Yeah.
So I don't know if he actually did quit or not. But on Friday he was texting me, actual text, asking me what we were gonna eat, and I told him, I said, "What about you?" And he was like, I don't know yet." And I asked him, "Have you been sleeping?" He read it and he never replied back. Like I was like, okay.
Is
So earlier,
is Alice worried about her birthday and Tony?
well, the thing is that Tony had other plans for her birthday.
I
He wanted
remember.
her to miss,
Yeah.
and she said no because she's doing they're gonna be testing like all month of May for
Yeah.
like the state test and all that. And her dad told her, he said, "Well, you can miss." He said, "No, miss it." So she said no. And then come to find out, she gets out early those days that she's gonna be testing. So I told her, we'll see how he is if anything. If you can go out and eat with him on your birthday and leave it at that. If he acts like an asshole, then that's it.
Come on,
And
it's
she's like, I don't,
it's Tony we're talking about. Come on, acting like an
I
ass.
know. It's like, it's up in the air. I don't know how he's acting. The whole time we spent her birthday with her, he wasn't drinking. That was before he decided to, I think it was the week that he decided to move out of Lisa's house. That's the
Ah,
last time we had dinner with him, and it was great because he wasn't drinking.
right.
Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. He had a beer, but he
N-
was taking his time with it. He wasn't drunk. Fine. But then that's what I'm saying. He was telling me that he didn't want to miss another birthday, and I'm like thinking,
Yeah, that's on him and the way he acts and his actions. Because if Alice doesn't want to see him because of the way he is, that's not her fault. That-
and yeah, like I said, he's not all there.
did he do any weird drugs?
You know, I honestly don't know if he ever did. The only thing I did with him, which I don't think about him that's stupid, is weed.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah, but other than that,
He he
still,
never he,
still,
he never told me he's done drugs. He of course we the weed thing that's I don't consider that a full
yeah,
like
I don't either.
it's like beer. I consider it like beer or alcohol. That I consider it like that. But uh,
And you know what? That was like a freaking relaxer for him because when he was smoking weed, he stopped drinking. And when he would get home, he would just eat and go to sleep, or just come home and go to sleep. No arguing, no drama, no nothing.
mm,
But remember when he was going to do deliveries with that one friend and
yeah.
in that whole thing that I don't know that it maybe he inhaled something that he was doing that
Oh yeah.
remember that and remember that's um I think that might have been after he had that was we didn't know where he was for like before Christmas. I think something like that. That's why I'm still like, did he actually do it? Or he got pressure into it? I don't know. He has to be doing something because I mean, for him to be like, I mean, the whole week he didn't, he like didn't text. I was the one texting him like saying like, you know, have a good day and all that, but I stopped. And that's when he started texting on Friday, but he didn't reply back to my questions. I was just like, maybe I'm not gonna go and push on it. And he started. He just sent another one right now.
Hmm.
So
I
that's why I put my
I think he doesn't know how to express his emotion, and that's him trying to express his emotion. Be honest.
Well, I would think I know he said that he was waiting to get moved to another building from the Salvation Army because I think being on the section that he is now, it's not helping him. And I asked him, have you been getting into fights? And I'm not saying that he initiates them, but I think there's been two incidents where he's gotten hit.
Hmm.
Well, he'll eventually, I guess, defend himself, but he won't throw the first punch. So, I guess they won't say that he started it. Really get like all the info on him. When I start telling him stuff about me, he kind of stops. Like, it goes back to him and work, and I'm like,
He said he
my
was.
friend told me,
He said he was gonna start seeing a counselor. I don't know what happened with that.
oh, I think he does. He had one. He has a mental health provider, but I'm not sure what it is. A counselor, a psychiatrist. I don't know which one it is. But since he makes a little bit more money, he doesn't qualify for Medi-Cal, and it looks like that provider only worked with Medi-Cal.
Ah.
Now he has covered California. So I think he's still seeing someone, but I think it's not the same one. But the thing is, too, like, I'm thinking that he should probably be on meds. It's not going to help him because if he's drinking and he's mixing, it's going to have a bad reaction.
I've had those reactions, and it's not fun. I've had a blackout moments, and we have a camera, like a security camera, and it shows me doing weird things in the kitchen, eating uh, like weird food. I'm like, what the hell? Like mixing weird things. Um, and I don't remember. Um, so yeah, if you mix or drink psych meds or anything like that, you're gonna, you might not know what's going on. He might not know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I really even teas. Well, that one because it was medicine, but in a tea. My dad took Theraflu, the tea,
Yeah.
because he was sick. But he decided because it was Friday, he drank beer. Oh hell no! He started seeing. He was having hallucinations, and I told my mom, I think it's because he mixed it up. And I told me, what? I suggest you lock yourself in a room and make sure you lock it, put something behind the door, just to be on the safe side.
Right.
Because he was saying that we were recording him, and I was like, I have never gonna record him. The cameras, I was just like, and then the monkeys, and I was like, the hell with that?
I doubt enough of this with Tony.
Yeah, but see, with Tony, I think that he experiences more like paranoia situations where he thinks people are after him. I've seen
Yeah. I
how many times he told me they were saying shit about him from upstairs, and I'm like, dude, it's an old man with the chihuahua. What the hell is that gonna do to you? And it was because of the withdrawals. See how he wasn't drinking, and that's the bad thing. If he goes cold turkey, they don't recommend you doing that.
no. They slowly, or they give you something else to counteract the withdrawals and
See, but then those meds also have reactions too. Like they were giving them to my dad for the withdrawals.
yeah.
He started hallucinating. So
Is your dad sensitive?
I well, you know what? My dad had a lot of shit about him.
Right.
Um, we thought he was gonna die. That's how bad he was. Then he was a whole week where he couldn't walk, he couldn't talk. And then when they started giving him the medication, I told the nurse, you know, I mean, he looks a little bit better, but he seems off. And then they told me, yeah, we're gonna take it away from him. It's just my dad had abused his body so much.
Right. Yeah. Your body can only take so much. And Tony, I don't know how bad your dad was, but Tony was pretty bad.
But you know, Tony didn't drink every day though.
He was more of a weekend. Yeah, he would have a shot before work, but not to get drunk, just to get him like he would drink a shot, one of those little shooters, uh,
Yeah.
like if I were gonna have me a cup of coffee, and then that's it, and then he'll get to work, and
Yeah.
then after work he may have another shooter, but he never sat there and had a whole bottle of liquor or anything like that.
Yeah, that's why, my dad, no, my dad was really young because my dad started was drinking every freaking day, every day.
And it gets
To the point that,
expensive.
well, the difference with my dad was that my dad couldn't drink liquid. It made him sick. We don't know why. It's not that he overdid it, it got him sick. So he
Ah,
would only drink beer. But sometimes I would even see him that he would just make himself drink the beer, and I was like, doesn't even want it. Body.
yeah.
It was bad.
When
I would stop some of the beers, like when he would find it, he would forget about them, and then drain them all around the sink.
it was the same thing for me and cigarettes. When I was smoking cigarettes, uh, I didn't want one, but I was like, I need a cigarette. I need a cigarette, but I don't feel like going smoking a cigarette. That's how I was. But I quit. Then I but Tony, he needs help. He I don't know what route or what he's telling them, but he needs to be honest. He needs to stick to the plan, and if I don't know, but
I don't know.
he
He doesn't know if he's. I think it's not just him. I think his whole family, his siblings don't know how to deal with situations. So he's upset because of the whole his mom might get deported. So I was just like, why would she get deported? So then that's when I messaged Isabel. Isabel says that she has to renew it, and I think it's due in October. But you know how you have to start submitting shit before the time and all that.
yeah.
So she told me her mom doesn't understand. They said, what if they ask her? So I think she said she was trying to get a lawyer for her mom. So if they call her to go and like interview, the lawyer will answer for her. And she told me that's like a freaking $1,000, which she's paying. And she's waiting for Jesus to send her I guess, the information of his taxes when he was reporting his mom on his taxes. And I told her, well, legal, he's not working again, Jesus.
Hmm.
And I'm like, he should be able to send it to you with no problem. He may say, it's not that, it's just that he's not computer savvy. And I was like, maybe he should ask Tony. But then I was like, nah, that's just gonna go into another big fight. Because of what he told him, that's why he took the Honda
Yeah.
to the Salvation Army, so it's there now.
Oh God.
Yeah. It got into it wasn't like Jesus told him he had to take it. It's just that Tony got upset because he was saying that Jesus told him that the Salvation place is not a good place situation with the mom. So Jesus told him not to bother with it and to worry about himself. So I think that has him messed up because shit started again with the Lotus mom. Again, his mom.
I could see he's starving for his mom's affection. That's all it
This
is.
woman doesn't give a rat's ass about any of her freaking kids. She only cares that she's taken care of. So when she told Isabel the same thing, that it's in God's hands, and it's like whatever, and I'm like, yeah, because she's pretty sure she's still gonna expect you to, for her to send her money over there. They're a bunch of hypocrites. Isabel did tell Jesus that, that the pastor's supposed to help them out. He said, has anybody from the church reached out to Tony to help them out, to offer a plate? So I don't know. And I'm like, so he just wants to make it seem that he's a man of faith and everything, but when it actually comes to helping out anyone, it's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken to him in maybe a year or more. I texted him for his birthday last year. It'll be 2 years in Christmas that we haven't spoken. I know she had another kid, that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's because Juan told me, but I didn't say anything until Tony told me, so, oh yeah, how many bees? Oh, congratulations, Leo, have you met her? He's like, no. I didn't tell him that Juan told me. And I don't know. It's just like they have such bad communication. I think Tony only talks to Isabel, and when he goes over to Jesus mainly to get his mail.
I don't. Like I said before, I think Jesus is on the spectrum.
He is. I so definitely think it is because I think I mentioned that to Tony one time. God, they're so fucking defensive. He got upset because they told him that. And there's just some things he does that don't make no sense. And then look what he told me. He said that it affected him because his dad took him out one time when it was very cold and all that. And I'm like,
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I'm saying. He tries to justify the behavior. And yeah, I mean, I think so. With his grandma, I haven't heard from her since January. I've called her, and she usually calls me back. She didn't. Called her again, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks afterwards. Nothing. So I told Alice, you know what? I'm done. I am not gonna call her. And she told me, so what if Mama did something here? I'm not blocked. I'm not. Because it does ring. And I hear her voicemail. So I told her, well, when it's your birthday, if your dad goes, I'll take a picture and send it to her because that'll make her happy. They should try. But other than that, I'm not telling her. Like, she graduates this year. I'm not telling Tony. Look at him, how he's acting with his mom. With the possibility of maybe getting deported. That's till October, and he's already acting like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not fair for Alice for her to have to worry how her dad's gonna react. If he doesn't know how to handle emotions, well, like I said, look at how many text messages. I think ya lleva 10 o 11. Wanna be like I'm gonna read the lyrics for the one that bottom of the beer or whatever. That's when he wanted me to read the lyrics. he got in trouble for missing work.
Why did he miss work?
So, because of the shit that happened with Jesus, like, the whole thing with his mom. I'm telling you that Monday when he I was like, this fool drank, because he was being very rude, like, old Tony. And I was like, this fool's on something. And I told him, like, you know what, I'm not in the mood to be arguing with you, so let's just, and he's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm being snippy. And he was still being, like, really loud. I was just like, you know what, I'm at the store, I need to pay for something, and then he has to talk to Alex, and I was like, no, dude, we're still in the store, I'll call you later. I didn't call back. So he wanted to deal with it. From that day, the next day he got sober, because he says that he got in trouble because he hasn't been sleeping, so he didn't wake up on time to go to work. He says he woke up till 11. And I'm not sure, I think he said he was a call, no call, no show, he didn't even call. So he went the next day and he said que su boss lo regañó, pero bien feo. And I'm like, well, dude, no call, no show, hello. And I told him, be careful. He goes, if you wanted a job like